You see the ads. A sleek piece of tech snaps onto your wrist, promising total mastery over your sleep, stress, and fitness 24 hours a day. But for a lot of us, that round-the-clock tracking breaks down by day 3. The watch feels heavy, the screen is distracting in bed, you take it off to charge, and suddenly you are not tracking your sleep at all. And that missing sleep data is a problem. Researchers at Stanford University looked at how our bodies establish baseline health metrics over time. They found that your physiological data can actually flag an incoming illness, like COVID-19, up to 3 days before you feel a single symptom. But the algorithm only works if it has a consistent overnight resting heart rate to compare against. If your device is too bulky to sleep with comfortably, you lose the very baseline data needed to predict when your body is under attack. This brings us to the core problem with the wearable market right now. You have to choose between comfort and specific tracking accuracy. This quadrant chart plots how annoying a device is to wear against how reliable its sensors actually are. Smartwatches land here. High active accuracy, but highly intrusive. Smart rings sit over here, almost invisible to wear, but with strict limits on what they accurately track. When digging into independent clinical trials, a hard truth emerges. There is no single piece of hardware on the market that accurately tracks every metric. Expecting one device to flawlessly monitor your deadlifts, your sleep cycles, and your blood oxygen will only lead to bad data and worse health decisions. You need to buy the sensor that specifically solves your problem. Let's look at the person who wants invisible tech, someone who cares entirely about tracking bodily stress, recovery, and sleep. To get that data, the single most important metric your device needs to measure is your nocturnal heart rate variability, or HRV. This comparison matrix shows how the top devices stack up against a medical ECG. Look at this row for nocturnal HRV and resting heart rate. The Oura Ring Generation 4 achieves a near-perfect concordance score. It dominates this category. But getting that clinical precision comes with a catch. Oura locks your baseline data behind a mandatory, ongoing monthly subscription. If you hate the idea of a monthly fee, the Ultra-Human Ring Hair is a strong alternative. It charges a one-time cost and excels at tracking your circadian rhythm to help optimize your sleep window. The physical trade-off for any ring is durability and active performance. Titanium coatings will scratch against a metal barbell, and their finger-based sensors struggle to track dynamic workouts. If your goal is illness prediction and sleep tracking, a smart ring is the definitive choice. Just take it off before you grab a dumbbell. Now, consider the active athlete. You prioritize tracking your running splits, lifting sessions, and cardiovascular output. Looking back at our matrix, this shows a totally different reality for active heart rate and step count. The Apple Watch and Garmin absolutely dominate here. They maintain high accuracy even when your body is in intense, erratic motion. Smart rings drop off significantly in this category. The optical sensors on your finger simply lose the signal through the sweat, gripping, and wrist flexing of a hard workout. To get reliable workout data, you have to wear a bulkier device with a glowing screen. And that is exactly the form factor that causes people to take it off at night. If raw athletic performance is your priority, you have to accept the discomfort of a larger device to get valid data from your wrist. We have to address the two metrics people obsess over the most: sleep cycles and calories burned. Across the board, these are the least accurate data points on any wearable. This creates a loop of false anxiety. People wake up feeling rested, check their app, see a low deep sleep score based on a flawed algorithm, and suddenly feel exhausted. Energy expenditure is even worse. The clinical data proves that calorie tracking across all wearables is heavily flawed, maxing out around 70% accuracy even on the best devices. Letting a watch dictate your daily diet based on a guessed calorie burn, or letting a ring dictate your mood based on a guessed sleep stage, will directly sabotage your goals. To cut through the marketing hype, we can build a simple framework to match your scenario to the right hardware. This flowchart illustrates one non-negotiable question. What is your absolute primary tracking goal? Your path splits right here. If you prioritize sleep quality, illness detection, and a device you can wear comfortably 24/7, the clinical data tracks down to a smart ring. From there, you split again based on subscriptions. Choose the Oura Generation 4 for maximum clinical precision, or the Ultra-Human Ring to avoid perpetual monthly fees. Alternatively, if your primary goal is active fitness, accurate step counts, and VO2 max, the data routes you to a smartwatch ecosystem, like Apple or Garmin. Pinpointing the single metric you care about most eliminates almost all the confusion in the current market. So if you want invisible health monitoring and a reliable baseline for predicting illness, invest in the Oura Gen 4 or the Ultrahuman. If you need to know exactly what your heart is doing while exploding off the line, stick to an Apple Watch or Garmin. And no matter which device you strap to your body, completely ignore the calorie burn estimates. A wearable won't automatically fix your health. It is simply a specialized tool. Identify what you actually need to measure and buy the sensor that tells the truth about it.
Thank you for watching. For more professional AI insights, remember to like this video and subscribe to AI Corecast.